Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this, our first episode of Barely Necessities, where Becca and I will be browsing Disney merchandise. So maybe, pull up your favorite Disney sipper, and we'll see what we find out there. My name is Rebecca Mosley, and I'm the co-founder of LaughingPlace.com, and with me is Becca Burbank, who is the LaughingPlace.com site manager and lead for our merchandise coverage. Hey, Becca, how's it going?
It's going. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm excited and looking forward to this new show. So, as our merchandise lead, I wanted to go ahead and give you a chance to introduce the show and let people know what they can expect in the weeks ahead.
Sure. Yeah, we thought we would try something fun and exciting and present all of you with the Disney merchandise. There's so much out there from so many different sources and retailers and Disney brands, and we thought this is a great way to break it down and to present to you some of our favorite merchandise items, show you what's new, show you what upcoming collections are, and review a few items as things are released. So that's what we're hoping to do.
Yeah. Now, in this, our first episode, we're staying in an area that we're really comfortable and really familiar with. So a lot of the items today will be from Shop Disney, but in the weeks ahead, you'll see a lot of different locations featured. And starting off, we've got this new "Twas the Night Before Christmas" collection that popped up inside Disney parks and on Shop Disney, and it's this really adorable red and green motif with the characters. I like the skinny legs on Mickey and the gang. I don't know what elements maybe popped up to you, Becca.
I like the boldness of it, the bright colors. I think that it's fun. It's Christmas, it's the winter holidays, so you want to have stuff that's
Oh, 100%. I agree. Let's see. We've got Mickey and the gang are featured on the initial Spirit jersey here from Disneyland Resort. I've lost Becca a little bit, so I'm going to jump in here. Becca, just feel free to hop in. The glittery Disneyland on the back. Are you there, Becca? I think
I'm here. I can hear you. Can you hear
okay.
me?
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you share a little bit about
Okay,
this?
cool. I'm back. The one that you're displaying right there, that's the Fantasyland T-shirt, and so there's all sorts of different attractions and elements of Fantasyland on display there. We've got the carousel and the castle and all of the magical
Dumbo.
stuff that. Yes, yes. So that's a really fun one.
The pin set caught my eye with the unique design for the feet of the characters. The sock is shaped like Donald's foot, and the Goofy's very, very narrow leg. So they were having a lot of fun with this holiday collection.
Yeah, I think they did a great job.
Next up, we'll highlight the silver and gold collection, and we've got Spirit jerseys, beanies, knit scarf. Really beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, kind of that more whimsical side of the holidays, the cozy, warm, thinking of being out in the snow and at nighttime when it's, well, if you live in an area where it snows, it's quite beautiful at night to have just a blanket of white snow over the trees and the grass, and this kind of evokes that. I think got the silver and Rebecca's showing us here the Disney World on the back of the Spirit jersey has a different than what we're used to seeing. So it's also a little bit more magical.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it just feels just a little bit fancier. Like I could see maybe wearing this to a casual holiday, like maybe a ice skating with friends, or that type of event. And then this summer, as my page disappears, this summer, BaubleBar joined Shop Disney. They're a jewelry design company, and they have released a very limited release items. They started this summer, and now we have their holiday items.
Yes. Yes, and I really like this collection. I think the Mickey and Minnie earrings are probably my favorite with them there in their holiday outfits. Minnie with her striped leggings. It's really cute. Uh,
The
yeah,
Minnie
that's
Mouse bow with the peppermint in the center is the one that jumped out to my eye. But I have to admit, the one that really grabbed my attention were these um,
yeah, those are,
earrings,
I like those.
and they sold out. So obviously, I wasn't alone in my
Yes, you have
in my
great taste.
in my interest. So yeah, I'm excited about what the future will hold with the BaubleBar. Some of their stuff is a little bit out there for my taste. Like they did these
Mhm.
almost like fuzzy bodied hanging earrings this summer. But between that bow necklace and these earrings, I'm excited to see what else we're going to find from them on Shop Disney.
Yes, me too. I agree. I'm looking forward to that.
And as always with Disney holidays around the corner, people are beginning to think of their wish lists and what they'll be bringing home for family, for nephews, kids, nieces, all of that. And Disney gathered up a list called the top 15 toys. And I know that Becca was able to kind of give this a once over. What can you share with us about the list that Shop Disney provided, Becca?
Well, they have several new items, but they also have some that are just classic favorites for kids, and they're pulling on some of their or rely. So excuse me, they're focusing on many of their big properties like Frozen, and then the Disney princesses, of course. So if your kids are really into the princesses, there's a lot here for them. There's also some more toddler geared toys. There's a new Mickey Mouse Playhouse and a Beauty and the Beast cart is tea cart is there, and then of course the interactive Toy Story toys. So those aren't new, but they've been around for a little bit over a year. I think they were introduced with the Toy Story 4. So these are still very popular, and it's cute. The toys will interact with each other if you have two of the interactive toys. They'll communicate when they're close to each other. So
Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so
yeah,
each one features more than 10 phrases and it says it starts speaking when another character in the set is nearby. Oh,
yes.
that'll be fun. Oh, how cute. They've got Woody, I'd be sorry, they've got a Toy Story alien,
Mhm.
Woody, Buzz. Very
Yes.
sweet. And then what caught my eye among the items was the advent calendar with all the adorable little figures that you can unpack each day, ranging from princesses to Cheshire Cat to even side items like the rose from Beauty and the Beast. So
Yes.
a broad range of items within the collection.
Yes.
And from Mando Monday, this toy just came out, and I think this is amazing because I I have great memories in my youth of playing with Boba Fett and Slave One, and so as a parent, you often like to be able to give your child that same kind of thing,
Sure.
and this is a more hardy take on it. So my son can be a little bit rougher with with it because he's a little bit younger. So it would be a fun item, and I wanted to share that with everyone.
Yeah. No, you can't go wrong with the Star Wars toys, and anything that encourages that imaginative play, like that's just great. And yeah, I grew up with the Star Wars movies, and we played with all the different toys. So I can see why that would be why that would catch your attention, and why that would be a fun item to have.
Were you a imaginative play? Because kids have different styles of play. Were you because I had a bookcase that I converted to a Barbie dollhouse, and that's how I would play with mine. Were you a interactive play?
Yes, yes. I have 4 siblings, so we had to be very interactive with each other, and you learn to use and imagine, like my brother's boy toys as girl toys sometimes, or they'd have to imagine the girl toys, and you just kind of came up with all sorts of creative things. My mom made a Barbie house out of like a wine glass box. She stood it up, not a Barbie house, but she made it so that where the dividers were, if she stood it vertically, you could lay the dolls down and that would be like their little bed. And then she put a wire through so we could hang the clothes above each
cool.
little pod. So, like you had a bookcase for a house. I had a wine glass for their little bedrooms. So it's kind of clever.
Oh, cool. My mom let me she bought me they had rattan Barbie doll furniture, and she let me take that out in the backyard, and I actually got to climb a tree and hang various. So my Barbie lived in a tree, so I had various pieces of it. So toys like this where you can take them and be a little bit rougher with them.
Yes.
I'm all about that. Earlier I missed this remark from Minnie at 30, but they remarked that silver and gold line reminded them of Disneyland's "It's a Small World," that classic look, and I wholeheartedly agree.
Yes.
You're right. Yeah, definitely reminiscent of that. Oh, so continuing our look, we're going to be focusing on the castles collection that's been appearing at Shop Disney over the past few months. They began with Cinderella Castle, and then they had the Arendelle Castle from Frozen, and the Imperial Palace from Mulan. And can you share with us a little bit about the items that have been a part of these series, Becca?
Yes. So each collection has 5 items, and they have a journal, a light up figurine of the castle. There's also an ornament. There's a 1,000-piece puzzle from Ravensburger, and then I'm forgetting what the other. Oh, a pin. Of course, there's a pin collection. So yes, so there's 5 items with which release in each wave. And there's supposed to be 9 castles altogether, I believe, and we're on number 4. We're coming up on number 4,
which is going to be the fairest of them all, as they say, the castle that's featured in Snow White. One of the things that I've enjoyed out of this collection is this kind of cutaway view of the castle, where you get a feel for exactly how it's laid out inside.
Yes.
And but the journals are really beautiful. They're hardbound, and within their pages they have in this one you can see the evil queen, and what that actually is the background is a very it's a full color image, and then they have these thin, I want to call it onion skin sheets that can go over top so that the background appears, but then you have the evil queen appearing on top of it. Are you following me on that?
I think so, yes.
So it's really beautiful.
And this series, when it started, it was part of when they started it, it was just a general release open to the public, and then and then with Frozen, and then also with Mulan, they started releasing it via Merch Pass, and that's where you sign up for a drawing to then be able to purchase the item. And this one looks like it won't be part of Merch Pass. I think it'll just be available on November 7th, I think is when it is. And so good luck if that's what, if you're looking to get those. But you don't need to enter a drawing for this Snow White collection.
Is there a particular castle that you have enjoyed seeing or look forward to seeing among this collection of 9, Becca?
I'm excited to see what they have for Tangled. I mean, obviously the Tangled Tower, but if it's her Corona, it's a weird word to say.
I know.
In this time, but her castle in Corona, I'm not sure which. I'm guessing it's going to be the castle, and I'm excited to see what they do with Rapunzel. She's one of my favorite princesses. But
and once again, for those of you who may just be popping in, for me, it started with my favorite, Becca. I am a fan of Cinderella. So that is the journal that I have, because that Cinderella is my favorite among the princesses. So someday we'll have to have a whole discussion about which is our favorite princess and why. And Cinderella is mine.
Well, good. I'm looking forward to that discussion.
Which one will I be learning more about from you,
Belle.
Becca?
Belle is my favorite.
Okay. Belle. Oh, cool.
Yes.
That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And also among the releases that they've been doing on a regular basis has been the Minnie Mouse main attraction collection.
Yes.
And coming November 17th is Jungle Cruise Minnie Mouse. And this collection features a lounge fly backpack, mug, ear band, and pin, as well as the signature plush. The Jungle Cruise one I think is particularly clever with the striped fabric reminiscent of the old awning that would cover the boats, along with the the leopard print, because you're on a safari, a jungle environment. So of course you're gonna have that.
This release will be part of the merch pass. So if you do want to purchase any of the items, you'll have to enter a drawing for the individual items. You can enter for all 5 items, or you can just pick one, and then Disney will notify the winners when it's available. They have been releasing, if they have extras of the collection, they'll typically release those on Shop Disney, and that'll just be, it's available on this day. Good luck. If hopefully you can get what you'd like.
I just, in fact, our Jeremiah, when he was doing a walk and talk at Disney Springs, they were putting out the Haunted Mansion.
Okay. Yes.
A lot of the Haunted Mansion plush and mouse earbands were laid out on a table there, and they had a unique queue for those items. It's separate from the World of Disney queue at the time. And so, yeah, we were able to see those being prepared to be taken home by many people. Now, this series has been very unusual. And I will say that there are some that I'm enjoying, and there are others I'm questioning. Some of them are a bit loud for
yes.
my taste, right? Like
yes, I agree.
Like where did Dumbo? There's Dumbo.
Yes.
This Dumbo collection, it was so bright, and when they made the extras available at the resort, when they were displayed on the wall, it really stopped. very
like,
I can't. You did totally. Which one did you consider bringing home, Becca? I know for me,
my birthday's. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You had glitched, so I was moving forward, but go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. My birthday's in February, so I was actually excited to see the February collection, and I really like the Pirates of the Caribbean Minnie. Not so much a fan of the whole collection, but I really like Minnie Mouse. And for the entire collection itself, I gotta say, I really liked the Peter Pan. I thought that one was very pretty. The blue was, for me, just absolutely gorgeous, and I liked the little glittery elves as well. Which one did you like?
I was the Minnie Mouse caught my the Peter Pan lounge fly purse with the scene flying over London. Yes. And the sparkly aspects of like over the night sky. Really, that's the one that caught my eye. But my son was fond of the Enchanted Tiki Room one, because for him, Enchanted Tiki Room merchandise is only truly valid as Tiki Room merchandise when it includes the Bird of Paradise. Oh. And so he was very happy to see that the designers had included those singing Bird of Paradise in the
yes.
wardrobe.
Yeah, that's yes. I think that was a good collection as well. But
it's interesting.
Oh, yeah, even on her bow, she's just got the big bird.
It's interesting what they choose to highlight with them. With the Haunted Mansion, you had the wallpaper with the King Arthur carousel. Well, of course, you have the carousel horse, but then they also have, a little crown on her bow. So just, interesting ways that they've kind of reimagined and brought the attractions to life in a plush.
Yes.
And then we have, and that was a phrase I said I wasn't going to say, and then we have. Next up, I'll toss it to you, Becca, to talk about the Soul merchandise coming our way.
Yes. So if you don't know, Soul is the newest Pixar film, and it was supposed to have a release in theaters this month, but they've decided to put it directly on Disney Plus. So now that we know the movie's coming on December 25th, Disney's starting to roll out some of the merchandise. And so mostly we've got shirts, and then we have a couple of junior novelizations and a Pixar art of the movie book. So for collectors and fans of Pixar art, you'll really enjoy. I think you'll really enjoy the book. But yes, a lot of this is shirts, and because there's going to be a lot of jazz music, kind of have this artistic feel to each of these individual shirts. And I think they've come up with some really clever and interesting designs. So I'm looking forward to seeing how all of this ties into the movie. But if you want to get a jump start on Soul merchandise, there's some available on Shop Disney right now.
And one of the items that I've always loved as a Disney fan are the read-along storybooks and CD where they, as this one says, includes the character voices and the sound effects. There was something very special about having those little moments of film and the audio and the sound cues of the film available to you at home. It's taken on a different feel now that you can just watch the whole movie on your phone. But there's still something magical about being able to, as you're driving along in the car, hearing the story with moments from the film actually lifted and brought into a recording like this. So I'm excited to give this one a play as well, even though Gideon is now 11. So, the read along isn't as necessary. I still love them. So it'll a mommy buy.
There you go. There you go.
And at Disneyland, Downtown Disney, and also at the Disney Springs, they've been bringing some of the items that had previously only been available on Planet. In that too, you would have to, be in the park, but with the current environment, they've been bringing more of those items out to that area, and now they're also making them available through Shop Disney. And Becca and our team at Laughing Place have gathered those items up, and they'll share. And I'll ask Becca to share with you what has happened as far as the Toydarian and others coming to your home.
Yes. So they started the first release was or it was in October, and so this second shipment has just arrived now. So if you haven't been able to get to Galaxy's Edge, or if you have and you didn't get a certain plush that you're really interested in, many of these are now available on Shop Disney. So we have Ewoks, and as you can see there, is that Wicket? I don't remember. And then there's
It
Chewbacca.
might be. It's an Ewok.
Yeah. And then Watto and Ahsoka. Am I saying her name right? Ahsoka.
Yes, Ahsoka. Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, and there we go. We've got Lando Calrissian from the Solo: A Star Wars story. At least that's what it looks like to me.
Yes.
So a lot of these are really cute. Basic. I don't know if basic is the right term, but they're not. They're very. I don't. They're simple.
It's homespun, right? It feels like
that's a great word.
It feels like artisan rather than large manufacturer. It's a very interesting way that they've brought these to life. Kind of for me reminiscent of the moment in the film where you see the children in the stall, kind of with their homemade toys, reliving the legends of Skywalker. And so, to be honest, one of the things that I'm disappointed with in this series so far is that we have yet to see Luke arrive, and we have yet to see Han arrive. We have Princess Leia, but as far as the classic characters go, we still don't have either of them. In the Batuu at Walt Disney World, they have since added to this collection Maz Kanata and Boba Fett. So I'm hopeful that maybe we'll see Luke or Han join Leia in being representatives of that classic Skywalker era.
I'm gonna 100% agree with that. Definitely a fan of the classic era Star Wars.
Well, for me, it
Oh,
was just
well,
because
I guess
it's so ignited the memory of that scene, and so then to not have that, to have mostly the modern trilogy, I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, it's okay, I'm okay, I'll be patient.
I know. We wanna be
This is
nostalgic though, right?
adorable.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, yes, if your kids or you yourself a Star Wars collector or fans, these creature there's items from the creature stall and the toy maker, and I think it's really clever, really creative, and I really like that Disney's actually bringing this to uh, to their to Disney Springs and Disneyland or the downtown Disney as well as Shop Disney, so that if you don't have that opportunity to get to the parks, then you can at least experience some of that Batu experience with these items.
And one of the things that I learned in it being available and through your write up with Laughing Place that I hadn't noticed before was that when you from the creature stall, if you pick up one of these, Kowakian lizards or the loth cat or porg, they actually have
Mhm.
these certification, the certificate of adoption, and so you can have this little personalized um, certificate indicating that you have adopted from Batu one of these adorable
Mhm.
creatures. And I didn't know that that was an aspect of the purchase, and they're very sweet. I've seen some of these in person; they're adorable.
I agree.
I want to take home the one of these eventually, a Kowakian
That
monkey lizard.
that can sit on your shoulder and then you can operate it and
Yeah, the banshee that we purchased, that's a similar design concept. The banshee that we purchased
Mm.
at uh, Pandora
Mhm.
has proven to be a popular item around our house, and so we've since added another so that they can chat with each other. And so now I'm envisioning the banshee and the monkey lizard having interesting debates with each other. So it can be some fun around here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then today, we've
Mm.
at laughingplace.com was able to bring you more information about the Adidas Mandalorian collection.
Mhm. Yep, they just released 9 new athletic shoe styles that are inspired by the series, and it's they call back to the Mandalorian himself, and of course to the child. Plenty of things about the child. There's even something that links or that is inspired by the I'm gonna say it wrong. Best car, is that how you say it? The best car steel. So if that's
Yes.
something that you liked from the show, there's a shoe for you. Uh, and these are both for adults and kids. And Rebecca, we talked about this before we went on. You had one that you thought was that really jumped out at you.
The one that I've scrolled right to, of course. The one for the dark saber, and the insole has Moff Gideon standing atop the TIE fighter, and with the cape blowing kind of ominously in the wind. And that's one of the interesting things for me with all of these Adidas shoes that they've released within this collection is they have this incredibly ornate uh, insole, whether it
Yes.
be the one with the Mandalorian carrying the child, or there's this one down here with the Mudhorn where he's battling the Mudhorn beast when he's trying to recover the egg. So just really amazing insoles on these shoes, and the shoes themselves. I'm this one with the Mandalorian armor pieces all
Mhm.
along the design of it. It's very interesting. Yeah, no, I'm a fan so far of these Adidas Mandalorian shoes. Nice. Ooh, lots of fun. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm
Any
totally
of these
shopping.
on, but I do wear Yeah, no, that's great. That's what we wanna do. I wear Adidas shoes all the time, and I think they're super comfortable and great for walking around in. I don't know that you'll be running in any of these, but I've been very pleased with every Adidas purchase I've had, so
Oh, this one with the hover
That's my own plug.
pram. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
and those
Oh,
look
these are
like they're the same shoe, but they're just slightly different. There's a price difference, and also the top of the shoe is just the tiniest bit different.
oh,
There's a
wow,
little
yeah, okay.
more
Yeah,
curve,
a
but
little
I
mhm.
promise those are 2 different styles.
I know those moments where you're like, "Wait, am I putting up the same suit twice?" And then this one, like, they have the Mandalorian on the tongue. So
Mhm. Yeah, it's a great color collection, and I think it's not too loud or too crazy, but you can, obviously it's Mandalorian without being like, "Hey, it's the Mandalorian."
And as we're beginning to wind up to this first episode, I want to thank everyone and say if you're enjoying it, please like and subscribe so you find out what's happening on laughingplace.com and get alerted the next time we're around with this. But before we sign off, we'll just share with you 2 more items that are upcoming. We have
Yes.
the Marvel jewelry collection continuing over at RockLove Jewelry. And this is Loki. It's
Mhm.
gonna be launching tomorrow. You're the Marvel fan of this duo, so I'll let you talk about the beauty of these items.
Yeah, I mean, they are quite gorgeous. I've been really impressed with the different releases that Rock Love has had. So yes, we're getting inspired by Loki for this collection, and these 2 styles are based on the outfits that he wears in the Dark World, which unfortunately is one show that I haven't, or one of the movies that I haven't watched repeatedly. So I'm not super versed in Dark World, but yes, these are inspired by the looks that you see on Loki in both of the or in the Dark World, and um, yeah, she's got these very pretty emeralds, and uh, sorry, I get going and then I get stopped. But yes, yeah, she has very pretty jewelry, and it's high quality and well made, and I love that it's distinctly Marvel, distinctly Loki, but it's also uh, subtle. So you could wear these with your favorite outfits. You can wear these every day, and people who know will know what it is, and people who don't will just think that you're wearing some lovely jewelry.
I'm a fan of the Rock Love jewelry collection. I purchased from them a Minnie Mouse bow about a year ago now, and wear it frequently. It's the jewelry that she makes has a nice weight to it. And
Mhm.
over the course of the recent years, she's done a lot of pieces that are like 3-dimensional sculpted figures. She did the child, which comes in
Yes.
a little pram with magnetic closures. Just lots of really beautiful artisan work in these pieces, and well crafted. So I'm impressed with this with this particular artist, the Rock Love. I believe her name is Allison. Her first name's Allison, and just wanted to be sure everybody knew about this Marvel collection arriving tomorrow. And
And if you're not
final,
a
I'm
fan
sorry.
no, if you're not a fan of Loki, she does have some other Marvel items, available as well, inspired by Thor, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and, Black Widow. So if
And
there's
then
a lot to choose from.
and then within the Disney realm, she has a really stunning line of from representing the Little Mermaid. And one of the pieces she has, it's a necklace, and it's like the shell that traps Ariel's voice. And the way it's been designed, it has a hinge on it that when you flip it open, the musical notes can like pop
That's
out of it. And it's just
so
really, so
cool.
it can be a long dangle or it can just be the simple shell. It's really, really stunning.
I haven't seen that, but I'm gonna go look right after this.
And then finally, we'll let you know that coming soon, the merch pass will open on November 10th for Hades from their
Yes.
continuing villains Masquerade series.
Yep, and he's the last of 6 villains, so if you've been collecting, you've got one more to go, and if you haven't been, well, this is your chance to get one of them.
Well, once again, we want to thank you for joining us on our very, very first Barely Necessities with Becca and Rebecca, doing our best to help you channel your inner Ariel. What you've got who's its and what's its galore, but you need more, right? So
That's right.
So
There's always room for one more, right?
Right? Exactly. So, and it's always barely a necessity, right?
But it's fun to have anyway. Yes.
Oh, always, always. Well, thank you very much, Becca, and we look forward to seeing everyone out there really soon. Bye for now.